Good morning, this is Fedena support again, and today we are going to know about the core modules in detail. In this core modules, in this particular span of time, we would like to let you know about all the possible things that can be done in Fedena. So before going into deep into Fedena, we would like to let you know that there are basically four kinds of users which can be accessed, who can access Fedena. So the four kinds of users being the admin user, the student user, the parent user, and the employee user. So when it comes to the parents and the students, uh, the set of privileges or the powers that can be exercised using those accounts are limited and cannot be varied. But when it comes to the employee, based upon the task he has been assigned, we can set the privileges, and so he would be able to see a varied level of privileges. So supposingly if a person is a librarian, so he would be able to see the library task, and supposing a person who relates to the exam section, so he would be only be liable to see the exam section part. So this is all about how the privileges can be set. We would be dealing it up in the further time. Now let us go to the admin login and explore what all can be done in Fedena. So the default credentials are admin and forward 123. So once we have logged in with the default credentials, which is obviously at times the admin and admin 123, for the first time you will be using your instance. So once you have logged into the dashboard, you will be able to see this page. So this page, we call this page as the dashboard, and to start off with, we need to start off from the general settings part. The general settings can be accessed using the settings part, and then you can go to general settings. So once you are into the general settings, we actually tell the application more about our institution in this particular section of configuration. Here we say the school or the college name, the school or college address, like the phone number, and so on. Moreover, if your school uses an attendance type of daily, then you can use it at daily attendance type, or else if you have the subject wise attendance type, then you can opt to do so too. Then comes the financier start date and financier end date. So here you need to enter the start and end date of the fiscal year, and then comes the starting receipt number. So the starting receipt number that you will be putting up here will be the receipt number of the first receipt that has been generated from your application. So the rest of the receipt numbers will be the auto incremented value of the one that you will be entering up here. Like, let us say if your receipt number is K01, and then the next receipt numbers would be K02, K03, and so on. Then comes the language. Here we need to select the language in which we want Fedena in. Then we can choose the time zone, which is relevant to the application, and then comes the country. So you can enter the country here, and then the currency type. Moreover, the currency type that you will be entering up here, like say dollar or rupees, this would be applicable for all the finance related queries in your institution. So let us say that you have entered dollars here, so all the transactions in which you will be entering up will follow this currency type only. Then comes the upload logo. So here you can upload your school logo, and the logo that you will be putting up here will be available in the login page, the logout page, and all the PDFs that are generated. Then comes the network state, where you can check the network state online or offline. And then we have the include grading systems. In include grading systems, we would be able to include the various grading systems that are available. Like, let us say if your school uses CC, CWA, or GPA, you can choose any of one of them and use the grading systems. Apart from this, we have the normal grading systems, where we include the marks and marks and grades grading system. Then comes a Moodle URL. So if you have a Moodle domain and if you have a Moodle link and you want to integrate that with Fedena, then you can use your domain slash, then you can see slash Moodle kind of the URL that is generated from the Moodle, and then This would help you to integrate Moodle into your application. Then comes the theme. Fedena comes in exciting themes like orange, black, green, yellow, blue, and gray. You can choose any of the themes, and the background will be changed accordingly. Then we have something called the enable auto increment student admission number. So if you're enabling this part from the general settings, then the then the admission number would be the auto increment value. So let us say that you have entered the student admission number for the first student that has been admitted into your institution. Then with the admission number, say K001, and then the subsequent student admission numbers would be K002, K003, and so on. The same thing goes up when you use the enable auto increment employee number. Then comes the enable news comment moderation. Then comes enable news comment moderation. So once you have enabled the news comment moderation, so every news that you will be putting up will be able to put the users will be able to put up a comment on it, and once the comment has been approved or rejected, then only this will be available for the news part. Then we have the enable sibling. So enable sibling helps you to keep a track of all the siblings in your institution. So if you have a student if you are trying to admit a student who has already a sibling in the institution, then you can just connect these two siblings, and then the parent data of the old student of the existing student will be copied into that of the student getting admitted. Then comes the enable first time login change password. The enable first time login change password helps you to ask your users to change the password for the first time they would be logging in, as the name suggests. Like as we know that for an admin, the default credentials are admin and admin 123, student admission 123, and then the employee admission 123, admission number 123. So this is the one the default credentials that we have been using up. So normally whenever this part is checked up, every new user who will be using Fedena for the first time will be asked to change the password. Then comes the enable OAuth. In enable OAuth, you will be able to sign into Google using you will be able to sign into Fedena using your Google account. So some settings are to made, and once the settings are made, you will be able to use your Google credentials to log in into Fedena. So that would help you of not reminding your own Fedena password and all. So this is all about the general settings part. Now we would quickly plunge upon to the next part of the settings. That's the manage course. So once you have made the general settings, like you have made the settings for the or the configurations for your school to set up, then comes the manage course and manage batch part. So in manage course, you will be able to manage your courses differently. Like you need to add some courses and then stuff some patches into it. So to do so, we'll start up with the manage course link. In manage course link, you have variety of courses. As this is a test instance, I have already some courses here. Then if you want to create a new course, you can also do so by clicking upon new. So let us say that the course that we are trying to create is BTech IT. And the section name you can opt to, or you can opt not to use the section name. Then comes the code. You need to enter the code for it too. Then the grading system type, whether it's normal or GPA or CWA or CC. Then the initial batch details. So once this course is made, you will be having several batches into it. So here you need to enter the batch details of the first batch details of that particular course. So let us say that you have your batch details as, and the name of the batch can be named as A2013, and the start date of this batch and the end date of this batch are to be entered. By default, it would be having the present or current date. And once you are done with these courses, you will be able to hit the save button, and this would create another course with the name of BTech IT in your application. So now on clicking upon the course BTech IT, you will be able to see the first batch details here. So moreover, if you would like to have some more batches into it, then you can use this new link. Then let us say the name of the batch is B2013, and then started and the end date are to be entered, and then the previous batch details and the master fees can be inputted. Like let us say that you have made some subjects into that particular batch A 2013 and some fees even for the for those batch. So if you want to import those subjects and the master fees for that, then you need to click upon this. So this way the subjects and the master fees will be imported from A 2013 to B 2013. Now once this is done, the courses are made, the batches are stuffed into it. Now if you want to create some subjects for your batches, so you can just go to the settings part and then manage subject, and in manage subject you need to select your batch. Like let us say I have this batch UKGB 2013. So now on selecting this batch, or let us say the batch that we have created, we will be going into that particular batch with the name BTech IT 2013. So here once you have this batch and you haven't created any subjects further, then you will be able to see this page on selecting this batch. So here you will be able to add normal subjects, like normal subjects, and then once you have filled up this form with the name, code, and the maximum weekly classes that can be allotted for that particular subject, and then choose between whether this has to be a no exam or an exam. And then you will have the option of creating the elective groups. Like let us say that you have an elective group, and in that elective group you will be stuffing some subjects, and each of these subjects will needs to be assigned to the students. So you can just create a new elective group here with some name, and once this elective group is created, you can just go upon and start entering new subjects into it and assign the same to the students. This is how you need to manage your subjects. So now as we are done with the managing of courses, batches, and subjects, now we would move upon to more about the student part. So let us start up with the manage student category. So in your institution you would like to have some categories for your students. So like you would like to have some categories, let us say local, non-local, and staff students and all, and for those students you will be having some special discounts or some benefits and all. So to do so, you need to click upon this enter new category text corresponding text box, and then type the new category there and then hit the save button. So once you're done with this, whenever you will be trying to admit a student, these all options that you can see will be available as a drop down, and you need to select upon that the student who is getting admitted is to be categorized under which category. Then comes the add admission additional detail. In add admission additional detail, you will be able to add some additional details for your students. So like let us say that apart from the one that are already present in Fedena, you would like to have some more fields or some more data of the students. So to do so, you need to make a field here. Like let us say you want to create all the passport number of your student, then you can click upon the name, type the name of the field, like let us say passport number, and then select whether it's active or inactive and check whether it's mandatory or not. And then again the input method. You have a variety of input methods like text box, text area, select box, and check box. So you can check upon any of the options available here and hit upon the create button. So this would create a active and field for the for storing the student data. So like let us say in this particular passport number field, on clicking upon edit, we have this passport number and the text box, and on updating it, I will be able to edit the same also. So this is all about the settings part. Now let's move upon to the admission. So we would be admitting a sample student into your application with the name, let us say it's admission. So whenever you want to admit a student into your application, you need to go to the dashboard and then click the admission link up there, and then a form comes up, and a series of form are to be entered for a student to get admitted into your institution. So the first form being the step 1, which asks for the student details, and then you need to enter some names like then the course and batch, and then the date of birth, the blood group, and the rest of the details are to be filled up. So once you have filled up all the details, you can save and proceed. As you can see that the star marked fields are mandatory and are to be entered anyhow, but and the rest of the details can be skipped up, but we recommend you to enter all the details while entering the details of the student so that they can be fetched easily at a later period. So on clicking save and proceed, the user will be redirected to step 2 of admission. So now you need to connect the students to connect the siblings. Like let us say the person who is getting admitted into this application has a sibling in this school studying earlier, so he or she needs to be attached to, or he has connected to with that of his sibling. So to do so, once I have written the name, and then I need to click upon the name that comes up here. So as you can see, Sanjita Das has been selected up, and then on clicking save and proceed, the particular person has been added and as the sibling, and the parent details of the earlier student Sanjukta was copied to that of the current student Preeti. So this is how you need to connect the siblings, and then comes the last part of admission or the previous details. So you need to enter all the previous education details of the students. So to do so, you can just click upon say the name of the institution name, the course, and hit upon the save and proceed button, or you can even skip the procedure. So here comes the last part of the admission, that's the step 4. In step 4, you will be able to see the all the details that has been asked as the additional details. So as there some of the parts as marked as mandatory, so we need to fill up some of the fields and then hit upon the save and proceed. So this completes the process of admitting a student Preeti into the institution to the batch A 2013 belonging to course class 10 and with the admission number ABX0025. So this is how you need to start up with you need to end up with the admitting of students. So moreover, once you have started admitting students into your organization, you would like to have a student details search at some point of time. So to do so, you can go to the student details link here. So now on clicking student details, you need to click upon the search button. Like let us say you have been searching for a student with the name of, and then once your search has been completed, or typing a couple of letters, you will be able to see all the possible matches with the letter typed, with the phrase typed. So on clicking upon this, you will be able to redirect it to the profile of Preeti. So this is the way how you will be able to search for different students. Then comes the advanced part. So in advanced search, if you want to have a search with respect to your some of the requirements, like the if you want to see a list of all the students who have a B positive blood group, then just click upon B positive and hit the search button. So this way you will be able to see all the students who have the blood group B positive. Moreover, you can also make a PDF report of the same. So this is all about the student details and the view details. So now we would moving up to the rest part of the core module, like things like the timetable and attendance. So in your school, in your institution, you would like to have some timetables for your students. So once you have admitted students, now it's time to create some timetables and mark the attendance of some of the students. So to do so, you need to click upon the create weekdays part. In create weekdays, you need to select the all the weekdays that are applicable for the institution. So moreover, this set of weekdays can be made common or can also be made specific to a particular batch. So let us say that a particular batch follows a set of different weekdays than the one followed by the commonly. Then you can just go upon to this particular batch and hit the relevant weekdays and hit upon the save button. So once you have ended up creating the weekdays, now you need to create some class timings. So the class timing set is basically the type of the class timing sets in which you create different class timings, like different periods. Period 1 should be scheduled from this to this part to this part. Period 2 should be scheduled from this part to this part, and so on. So once all the class timing sets are done, you need to assign this class timing set to all the batches available. Like let us say in this particular class timing set, I have all these 10 class timings created. So moreover, if I want to add some more, I need to click upon add, and then the name of the class timing or the period, and then hit upon the save button by entering the relevant start date and the end date. Moreover, if that particular class timing is a break, then I can just click upon is a break and hit the save button. So this way I'll be able to create some class timing sets. So once this class timing set has been created, I will be able to assign this class timing sets to a batch, to some different batches. So let us say the class timing set that I have selected is class timing G7, and now it's applicable to 9/8/2012 and grade 7 section 1. Moreover, if I would like to add some more batches to this list of the assigned batches for this class timing set, then I need to click upon that particular batch, and then once I've done this, I would need to assign this batch. I would need to assign this class timing set to the list of all the assigned batches. So this is how we need to assign the class timing sets. Now comes the once the class timing set is done, now you will be able to make the timetable for different students for different batches. Let us say, moreover, in this create timetable part, we assign different students or different employees to the batches and for a particular subject. Let us say in the work allotment part. So as you can see, that for the batch class 9 in 2012 and for subject 1, Miss Aditi Tripathi has been selected, and previously it was Fernandez. Similarly, for subject 2, Ms. Aditi Tripathi has been selected, which was followed by Anthony and Aditi Tripathi herself. So these settings are to be needed so that this will help you to map these teachers to the particular batches for teaching a particular subject. Like let us say in this particular case we would be able to assign Aditi Tripathi to teach the subject 1 for class 9A 2012. So after this work allotment has been finished up, you can proceed with the creation of timetable. In create timetable, you need to create a timetable with a start date and end date, and please remember that the start and end date should not be in the range of an existing timetable. So you need to click upon a particular timetable from here, and then once the create timetable has been created, you will be able to edit the timetable and view the timetable. Like let us say I want to edit the timetable of this particular time. Let us say the timetable that I want to edit is 4 December 2013 or to 11 December 2013. So I can do so by clicking upon this and clicking upon the edit entries. Now I need to select the batch. So the batch with the class time, the relevant class timing set will be coming up as per the class timing set that you have done in the settings. First of all, those will be as per that, those things will be coming up. Moreover, you can select the subjects here, and then so now you need to select a subject here, and in this subject now as I have allotted a particular subject to that of the to that for an employee. So this way Mr. Sampson will be selected to teach maths for these 2 periods. So if I want to do so, I need to click upon this particular cells and then drag and drop the name of the particular teacher. So now this way Miss Stella will be able to teach English for the period 1 to 3 for the batch UKHP 2013. So this way you can set the timetables and edit it if you need so. Moreover, the view timetables can also be viewed using the view timetables privilege, and then we have the teacher timetable. So you can even view the timetables, but you won't be able to edit it using this particular link. And then we have the teacher timetable. In teacher timetable, you will be able to see that as per a particular timetable, which teacher is allotted what. So as you can see that Aditi Tripathi has been selected to teach subject 2 for the batch 9A 2012 on Wednesday from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. So this would be the default view that you will be getting up when you see the teacher's timetable. Then comes the institutional timetable. So the whole timetable for a particular day can be viewed up using this part. This was all about the creation of timetable and all. Now we will quickly move upon to the attendance part. So click upon the attendance. So to know about the attendance, you need to click upon the attendance link from the dashboard, and then once you are into the dashboard, once you are into the attendance homepage, you will be able to see 2 links from here: attendance register and attendance report. In attendance register, you need to select your batch, and then as you can see that we are able to see a virtual register for the period for the month of December 2013, and today's timetable has been today's date has been marked as the yellow column, so I will be able to mark any of the students up here as absent for the same. Please note that in Fedena, the default value of each of these cells in this register is present. So if you want to mark it as absent, then you can do so by clicking upon this cell. And moreover, in Fedena, we only mark the absence of a student and not the presence. So to mark the absence of students, you need to select upon the particular cell, then type a reason for the absence, and then add. So this way you will be able to mark the student Munmun as absent for the month December 2013. So this was all about the attendance register part. Now we will be moving up to the attendance report. Attendance report, in attendance report you will be able to see the batch and the mode of the attendance. Like let us say you first of all you need to select a batch and then a mode, but you can make it as overall or monthly. So on selecting the batch and the required mode, you will be able to see all the attendance percentage of the students. Furthermore, if you are having some kind of bars and all, and you want to mark some of your students as absence, and you want to have a list of all the students who have been absent, and below scored below a certain percentage, then you can just type upon this filter as below, and then let us say your bar is 95%, and on filtering it you will be able to get all the list of the students who have scored a attendance percentage of below the 95%. So you can make a PDF report and you can use it for your future use. So this is all about the timetable and attendance. Now we would be quickly moving upon to the examination module of the application. In the examination module, normally just like any other model, we need to do a settings first of all, and then proceed upon with the creation of exams and seeing up of the reports from the report center. So we would starting up with the settings part. In settings, you need to create a different grading levels and then ranking levels and then class designations. So if you want to set grading levels for your institution, you need to just click upon set grading levels, type the name of the batch as common or specific to a particular batch, and click upon add grades, type the name of the grade, the minimum score, the description, and the credit points associated. So this way you will be able to add grading levels for all of your students. So this grading level will be applicable for every exam that you will be creating with the marks and grades criteria or grades criteria. Then comes the ranking levels. In ranking levels, you need to select a course, and then once the course has been selected, so these ranking levels are most possibly the common ranking levels. So if you want to create are not common ranking levels. So if you want to create a rank level specific to a particular batch or a course, so you can just click upon the particular course and then type the name of the ranking level, the marks percentage, and the criteria that are available. Let us say that you want to make a ranking level with the name of past. So to do so, and you have the criteria that all students who have scored a minimum of 40, a maximum, a minimum of 40% in at least 4 subjects are to be passed up. So to recreate the same thing in Fedena, you need to write the marks percentage of 40.00, the marks limit type in lower, which means that all the students who have scored at least 40% in at least 4 subjects will be able to be classified under the past ranking level. So once this is done, you can hit the save button to update the ranking level created. Moreover, then we have the class designations. In class designation, you will be able to select the course, and then the different class designations can be selected. Like let us say for this particular course, I have the four kinds of class designations, and this way I need to select the class designations as 50%. So every person who has scored at most at more who has scored below than 50% will be classified under the third class and first class and so on. This was all about the creation or the settings of the examinations. Now we will be moving up to the creation of some exam using the exam management link from the examination homepage. Then, so now you need to select the course here. Let us say the course you are going to do is UKG and the batch UKGP 2013. Now as you can see that I have created a number of exams here. So but for the first time, if you would be creating an exam, then this particular table would be completely blank, and now you would be having the use of the new link to create a new exam for you. Let us say the exam name be exam December, and the exam type can be chosen from marks, grades, and marks and grades. Now once you have started the creating of exams, you will be redirected to a page where you will be able to see the maximum and the minimum marks and the name and the exam type, and a table which lists all the subjects with the where we need to enter the corresponding maximum marks, minimum marks, start time, end time, and the rest. So let us say we would be starting off with the maximum marks for each of the subjects as 100 and the minimum marks as 40. So once you've entered all the maximum marks and minimum marks, you can also alter the same. Moreover, after having entered all the maximum marks and minimum marks, you will be asked to add the start time and end time for each of the subjects. So the start time and end time are to be entered, and once start time and end time are entered, you will be able to see the last row, last column which says do not create. So this, if you are hitting upon that particular checkbox, you will the exams for those subjects won't be created. So this would be quite handy in those instances where the where the subjects have a option of not creating exams, like subjects like crafts, music. You at some point of time you don't need exams for it, so to do so you can just click upon do not create, and or the correspondingly examinations for those subjects won't be created. Now once you have done all changes, you need to hit upon the save changes part, and then as the examination has been scheduled, so if you want to publish the exam schedule, you need to click upon the publish exam schedule link in the corresponding row. So as you can see that the exam group has been created successfully. Now whenever an exam group has been created successfully, the same can be seen up from the calendar itself. As you can see that today's the examination which is scheduled to happen today is available in as a blue dot, with the name of exam for UKG1, C English, and so on. So this is how you will be able to see the reflection of the creation of exam in the calendar. So once you have created the examination schedule successfully, you need to click upon the particular subject and publish the exam result. So to publish the exam result, you need to first of all enter the marks for each of the subjects. So now you need to go upon to each of the subject and enter the marks for the students. Like, let us say you want to enter it as 10, followed by the remarks, and so on. So once you have entered all the marks, you need to hit the save button. And now your examination result has been published. So now examination result has been entered. So now you want to publish the exam result. So you can use this link which says publish exam result, and now exam results will be published into your application. So now you can see that exam results has been published. Moreover, if you have your SMS notifications correctly set or configured, you will be able to see the same as an SMS to your mobile phone. This is all about the examinations module. Now we will be moving up to the rest of the things like the human resources and the finance module. So just like any other module, you need to start off with the human resources from the settings part. So to start off the HR module, we will be clicking upon the settings, and then in settings we have this many options where you will be able to add an employee category, add employee position, add the employee department, add employee grade, payroll category, bank detail, and additional details. So to add an employee category, you can click upon the add employee category part, type the name and the prefix for it, and then hit upon the create button. As you can see that I've created a number of categories here. Now I'm clicking upon add employee position. You will be able to add a position for all your employees for the particular category that you have created. Then you have the option of adding the employee department and adding the employee grade. Like, let us say if you want to add employee departments, various employee departments, so you need to click upon this add employee department, type the name of the department and the department code. There you'll be able to see your department listed up in this in the list of all this active departments available here. Then you have the add employee grade and add payroll category. In add payroll category, you'll be able to add the payroll categories for your employees. Like, let us say that you have different categories like the bonus pay, the basic pay, the Christmas bonus, and so on. So you need to create different categories here. Like, let us say if you want to create a category with the name of December bonus, so you need to write the name called December bonus, and then the percentage. Let us say the percentage is 10%, and the category for which the percentage should be of, like you can click upon the percentage of as the basic pay. So this would mean that December bonus has been added as a category, which is the 10% of basic pay, and it's obviously not deduction, it's an earning. So you need to select upon the deduction and hit upon the create button. So this way a payroll category with the name of December bonus has been created for all the employees, and whenever you want to make a pay slip of the employee, then this added percentage will be reflected up in the same. Then as I have said, like just like the student additional detail, you have the additional details for the employees also. Like you can even add the passport details and the rest of the details using the add additional detail up from the link up from here. And then if you want to store the bank details of the employees, then you can click upon the add bank detail, and this way you will be able to add the bank details of your employees. Now once you have done the settings part, now you would like to move up to the employee management. In employee management, you'll be able to see just two links, the employee admission and employee with association. In the employee admission, you will be able to add different employees here, and in employee subject association, you will be mapping the students, mapping the employees to teach a particular subject in a particular batch. So let us say that you have an employee. You need, first of all, you need to select a batch. The batch is, let us say, BTech ITE 2013. As you do not have any subjects, so we would be moving up to a different batch. Let us say UKGB 2013, and then this subject, let us say crafts. And to teach crafts, as you can see, that there are currently this many teachers associated for that particular subject. So now you need to select upon the department. Let us say I'm making somebody from the academics department to assign, let us say, the person who is allowed to teach crafts for this batch is Preeti. So now I'll be assigning it, and on clicking upon assign, you'll be able to see that Preeti from the academics department has been assigned to add to teach crafts in the batch UKGB 2013. Now this was all about the employee association. Now we will be moving up to the employee admission. In employee admission, as I have said, that we have from the general settings part, we have the option of creating creating an employee number automatically. So now as you can see that the employee number has been coming up automatically without any interference of the user. So with the name, with the number of EMP78634. So as the enable auto increment admission number has been marked as on, mm, the employee number of the previous employee was EMP78633, and so on having the auto incremented value, the employee number of the current employee would be EMP78634. So now you need to proceed upon with the employee admission. Type the name of the um, employee as, let us say, the name of the employee is Sham, and then you need to type the middle name and the last name, and then the rest of the details are to be entered, like the date of birth, the department. Let us say this person is in the academics department, and then the category he is to be in is category 1 with the position pose 1, and you can even select the grade, and the rest of the details are to be entered, and a user photo also can be uploaded for the particular person. So on clicking upon save and proceed, you will be redirected to the line 2 of employee admission, and in step 2 you need to enter the contact details, the course details, and the address of this particular employee who's getting admitted. Then the bank account, and the bank account name is to be asked, as I have added it as a bank detail in the HR settings part. Then on clicking upon save and proceed, I will be redirected to a page where I will be able to enter the additional details like medical history, and then the other additional details are to be entered. Now this comes the most important part of the admission of the employees, where you assign some particular privileges to a particular person. Let us say this the person who is getting admitted into the application uh, is actually a person who's in charge of finance. So we would be giving this person the finance control, the payslip powers, and so on. So every person who has been assigned a particular job can be assigned a particular privilege based upon the work that he has been assigned. So moreover, if this person has some connections with the academics department like the examination control, enter result, view result, manage timetable view, then the whole privileges at a go can be given to that particular person. So on clicking upon the save button, the step 5 of reporting manager comes up, where where the reporting manager is to be added for this particular person. Let us say the reporting manager is Surya Kumari. So on clicking upon the Miss Surya Kumari will be added as the reporting manager of this particular employee. So now on hitting upon save and proceed, the employee's profile will be created, followed by the details that you have been entering up in the whole 5 steps of admission of that particular employee. Moreover, the last step of the employee admission would be to add a basic pay, would be to add a payroll and all. So let us say that you have this basic pay as 10,000, and the rest of the things are linked to the basic pay payroll. So on clicking upon basic pay, all the on clicking upon any of the category, you will be able to calculate or get a list of all the other relevant category payroll details for this particular person. So this is how you will be able to create it. And now on hitting upon finish, the profile of the particular employee Shyam with the employee ID EMP78634 has been created. So this is how you are supposed to admit an employee into the application. So this is all about the employee management part. Now let's go to the employee leave management. In employee leave management, you will be able to add some different leave types, and then the attendance register, the attendance report can be seen, and so does the reset leaves. In add leave types, you will be able to add different leaves like CLE and all, and then the maximum leave count that a particular leave count has been allotted to, what limitations are to be entered, and then the enable carry forward link helps you to carry forward all your remaining leaves to the next fiscal period. So this way you will be able to add all the leave types. Then comes the attendance register. So as you have seen in the attendance register of the student, here also we will be able to see a attendance register which would be highlighting today's date in the yellow column. And if you want to mark any of the teacher as absent, so you can mark him as absent by selecting a leave type and then the reason for absence. So now this particular person has been marked as absent. So this is the way how the marking of absence is done in the employee leave management too. Then go to the attendance report. You will be able to see the report of all the employees in your department. So this is how the employee leave management can be managed efficiently. Moreover, if you want to reset the leave for some employees, then you can also reset the leaves back to 0 for all these employees. Now coming back to the create payslip part. So in create payslip, we have these four options like the select pick employee, rejected employee, one click payslip generator, and one click payslip pivot. So if you want to select the generate a payslip of a particular employee, so you need to go to the create payslip link and select the individual employee from the department. Let us say the person who is to be entered is the department to be entered is academics, and the employee whose payslip is to be changed is Preeti with the employee ID of EMP 78632. So I need to select upon the particular employee, and then the basic pay is to be entered, and the rest of the things what changes are to be done. And then if you want to add a new category like a loss of pay and all, you can also create a new category like loss of pay for this particular employee Preeti. So this way, the salary slip for the date 6/12/2013 has been created for this particular employee. Now, once the HR person who's in charge of HR has proposed a payslip for this particular employee, so now it's upon the part of the person who is in charge of the finance to reject or approve a payslip. So to reject or approve a payslip, you need to click up, to go to the finance link, and finance link you will be able to approve or deny a payslip for a particular person. So if the salary has been approved, that would be seen from the transactions part, but if the payslip has been rejected, then this will be available in the rejected employee link from here. So to see the rejected employee link from here, you need to select the department, and on selecting the employee name, here you can see that the person with the name of Stella has a payslip rejected. Then comes the payslip generator and revert. So moreover, if you have set all the payslips of all the employees and you want to generate the payslip of all the employees at a go, then you can just click upon one click payslip generator, and this would generate the payslip of all the employees at a go. Moreover, if you want to change or revert back the changes that you have done for this, then you can click upon one click payslip revert and revert the payslips for your employee. So and coming back to the rest of things like the employee payslip, as the payslips has been created, can be seen up from the view from the employee payslip, and then comes the employee search, where you will be able to search for some employees using the employee search link efficiently. This is all about the HR part. Finally, we would moving up to the last module, that's the finance module. In finance module, you will be able to see in finance module you will be able to see these links, which is the fees category, transactions, donations, automated transactions, pay slips, asset liability management, and tally export. So coming back to we would start up with the fees link. So in fees link, you will be able to create the fees, schedule fee collection for your students, and then collect the fees, and the fee structure can be seen. So we will be starting up with the create fees link. So in create fees link, first of all, you need to start off with the creation of a master category. Creation of a master category would simply imply that you are creating a template for all the batches or the selected batches, and then once you have made the templates for the selected batches, you will be able to once you have done all this settings, you will be able to create a category first of all, and then start upon adding some particulars into this category. So we'll be starting up with the name. Let us say the name category name is to be entered, and then the description, and then this batch. Then you can just create particulars for this with the name and the description, and then the option of create using would help you to create particulars for the option that you've chosen for. Like let us say that you have created a particular, and that particular has to be affected for only for all the for persons in the cat for in the, associated with the category. Then you can just go upon all, and then if you want to have a batch, and in that batch you will be having a particular set for only a set of students, then you can just click upon the admission number and type the name of the admission numbers for where this particular is to be affected, separated by the comma, and then the amount. So this will create some particulars for you. Now if you want to create a discount, you can click upon create discount here and select the discount type with the batch, student category, and the student. And now again, if you want to select the student category, so if, then you need to select the fee category to which this discount is to be affected, and then the name, and then the student category to which you want to give the discount to, like staff students or local students, or that whatever you have created from the settings part, and then comes the discount. So you need to enter some discounts here, and then the percentage or amount to which the discount is, and on hitting upon the create button you'll be able to create discounts for the relevant category. So after having created some of the master categories, stuffing out some particulars into it, followed by the discounts, you will you would like to schedule a fee collection date for your students. So to schedule a fee collection date for a student, like some start and end date for each of the fee collection or the installments, you will be able to you need to click upon schedule fee collection, then click upon create fee collection. On create fee collection, you need to select the category to which the particular fee category, and then the fee collection name, followed by the start date, end date, and the due date. And on hitting upon the create button, you will be able to create some fee collection for your batch. Now if you want to collect the fees of your students, so you guys need to go to fee submission. There are actually two options: fee submission by course, fee submission by for each student. So if you want to submit the fees by course, then you just need to select the batch here, and then the fee collection date, and that particular student whose fee collection date has to be entered can be written here. So if I want to pay the fees for this particular person, Abhishek, belonging to this batch, then I need to just go upon to the payment mode, which can be cash, online payment, check, DD, or others. And once this is done, I'll be able to make some payment notes for it. So once the payment notes are made, you will be able to pay the fees of the students. So this way you will be able to pay the fees, and moreover, if you want to make the fees payment by some other payment mode like the cash, online payment, check, DD, and others, then you can also do so. So this is all about the fee submission for collecting of the fees. Moreover, if you want to see the fee structure of a student, so just click upon fee structure, type the name of the student, and then you will be able to see the fee collection there. And now you'll be able to see that upon as per which fee collection what are his fees and particulars and so on. So this way you will be able to see the whole fee structure. Then comes the fee defaulters. If you want to see the fee defaulters of your students, then just click upon fee defaulters. Then select the course, then the batch, and then the fee collection date is to be entered. Like let us say the fee collection date is CSR 2013, and then as per this particular course and per batch and the fee collection date, you will be able to see a list of all the students who have not paid their fees. So on clicking upon the particular link, that's pay fees, you will be able to redirect it. You will be able to redirect it to a page where you will be able to pay the fees for this particular student. So on clicking upon pay fees, the fees for that particular person can be paid. So this is how the fee defaulters can be put to use. Then comes the fee imports. Supposingly you have created a lot many fee imports and fee collection dates, and you want only a particular fee collection date come into play when it's regarding to some students. So let us say that if I want to enter Janki Ram to pay all the fees, then I need to just select upon all, and this way he would be available. He would be liable to pay the fees for as per all the fee collection dates available here. Then comes if I go for Sabina, so Sabina is to pay only this many fee collections, like from August end to the ones that are created till November. So this is how the fee import can come into play. So this completes the fees part of the finance, and then we would moving upon to the category. So in category you will be able to create some different categories for your finance. Like let us say you have a category with the name of agent commission, and every month with agent commission you have some transactions. It can be an income and it can be an expense time, and so you need to create some finance category to keep a track upon all the transactions made under this head. So to do so, just click upon create finance category, and once finance category has been created, this will be available in this list. So now on clicking upon transactions, so this was the way how you will be able to create different finance categories. Now coming back to the expenses and income of the finance transactions part. So if you want to create an expense, just click upon expense, type the name, the title, the description, followed by the amount, the date, and the category of finance that you have created from the finance category, and then you can select upon which category is to be coming into play, and then add the income. And moreover, if you want to see the report, you can also see the report for the selected start date or end date. Moreover, the report that you will be seeing up here will not only be a graphical report, but it would also be a statistical report of the same. Would also be a statistical report of the same. Like let us say I want to see the report from January 1, 2013 to 6 December 2013. So on clicking upon display report, I will be able to see a list of the transactions that are made for this time period. Then comes the compare transactions. So compare transactions helps you to keep a comparison of the two time periods. And then the revert transactions helps you to keep a track of all the reverted transactions done and you can even search the same by the admission number, the date, or the fee collection name. So this is how the transactions can be made into play. Then comes the donations part. In donations, you will be able to make some donations or keep a track of any donations made into your institution. Moreover, at any point of time, if you would like to see the donors, then you will be able to see the donors by clicking upon the donors link from the donations section. Then if you want to have some special automatic transactions for your institutions, like let us say whenever you are making a donation of 100 rupees, 5 rupees or a 5% is to be transferred as an additional cess to the government. So it would be again converted as a expense, not as an income. So this way whenever you are trying to make an auto transactions, a donation of 100 rupee would account to 100 rupees to income and 5 rupees to expense. Then comes the payslip. So if you want to view the payslip, or as I have said that the payslips has a two-way process. So first of all, there needs to be a register from the HR, and the person who's in charge of finance has to approve or deny a payslip. So on clicking upon one click payslip approve, all the payslip that have been generated from the HR will be approved. But if you want to view the payslip, and on clicking upon the particular department and selecting the month, I will be able to see the payslip, and now I can even approve or reject the payslips that are pending. So as you can see that for this particular person Preeti, I have viewed it, and if I want to approve or reject the payslip, I can even reject this or approve it. So once this has been rejected, the payslip of Preeti would be available in the rejected payslips of the HR. Now you need to enter the reason for the rejection, as I'm writing it as add other bonus to. So this way you will be able to add or reject a payslip for a particular employee. As you have seen that I have rejected the status. The status has been turned to rejected for this particular employee Preeti with the reason that add more bonus. So once this thing is done, now we are left with the asset liability management, where we will be able to keep a track of all the assets and liabilities that are present for our institution. So on clicking upon asset, you will be able to either create or view the assets, or moreover you will be able to see, you will be able to make a track of all the liabilities in institutions too. So this completes all the parts of the core modules. Finally, we are left with some of the things like the news and the event creation. We will be having a quick overview on what all these things are. So if you in your part, if you want to create some news, so just click upon the news from the more menu, click upon add, and then you need to type the name of the news, and then the content, and then on clicking upon publish news, this news will be added successfully to the dashboard of all the users in Fedena. So as you can see, Christmas celebration on 25 has been coming up in the dashboard of all the students. So this is the way how you will be able to add different news for your institutions. Moreover, if you would like to have some create some events in your institution, so then you need to create the start and end date. And let us say the start, I am putting the started as 25 December and the end date is 31 December, and then the title being Christmas holidays, and I need to put up a description also. And then I need to specify whether this particular event is an holiday or not. As this is an holiday, I will be clicking up is holiday, and the event is obviously common to all, so I need to select a common to all and then create event. So on doing so, I will be able to create events, and I will need to confirm the same from the students. For the students, so this would mean that as you have seen that 25, 26, 27, 28 and 29, 30 and 31 has been marked as holiday for this particular event. So this was all about the co-modal detail. Now as we are done with the webinar, we would be dealing up with the queries right now.